about Peter to pay Paul. There should be a conviction when you have to go down to the payday loan place just to get by because you squandered what you have. I'm not talking about times getting hard. I'm talking about squandering what God gave you. There, he had reached the point. He said, I'm no longer deserving to be called your son. Now help me help you. Let me help you understand what that means. In this picture, it's not saying I'm no longer to be called Prophetess Tony's son, her biological son. But because I squandered what God gave me, I stepped outside of the realm of sonship. See, because you can still be a biological son. You can still be a biological daughter and step outside the parameters of what sonship is. See, when you step outside of the parameters of what sonship is, you still are biologically attached to that parent, but you become a bastard and not a son. I'm telling you what the Bible says.
Amen. Amen.
Others who have the same form of relationship to the Father as you, let me say this, they seem to get upset when you're on your way home. See, the only difference between the other brother, the older brother, and the younger brother was the older brother never left. But that was still the younger brother's father. How you look coming in my face, devil. How you look coming in my face, enemy, telling me I have no place in my Father's house. I need you to understand today, it don't matter how much you sin. It don't matter how far you've come of the glory of God. We all have. Come on here. It don't matter how far off you went. You still have a place in your Father's house. Come on here. It don't matter how many drinks I had. Come on here. It didn't matter how many spliffs you smoked. Come on here. You still have a place in your Father's house. And think it not strange that you see adversity when it's time to come back into your Father's house from the same people that dwelt there in your Father's house with you. Yet you called yourself my brother, and you called yourself my sister, and you called yourself my friend. But when it came time for God to reconcile with me, when it became the time for me to find my place back in God, you had an issue because you had an issue that you were scared I was going to take what was left of you. Isn't that crazy? The saints will do. They will end up having a problem with you coming back in because they're afraid that you might take their seat. So I'm very, very sure that the older brother was thinking, well, if my father gave him his inheritance and he squandered everything, my father's then going